Hi, my name is David Scott, pastor of Family of Hope Church in Saugerties, New York. Gonna do my another vlog. It takes about 5 minutes of your time. Hope you like it. And if you were on our Facebook page or in church this last week, you already heard this, so you don't need to listen to it again. But this is kind of important. There's a lot of people that have reached out to me and so it's really helped their lives. So I want to keep doing that. That's why I'm here. That's why we're all here. Um, so I want to show you a little picture. My wife had her knee replaced a couple of weeks ago, and I take her to physical therapy several times a week. And in the parking lot of the physical therapy building, this is what I park next to. So there you see a little curbing with a little bush in there. But if you look really closely, you'll see a whole bunch of little dandelions and other various weeds that are growing up in there. And around the whole parking lot area, the whole place is getting full of weeds and sumac trees and vines, and I don't know who's letting that happen and so forth. But every time I go there, I pull out another couple of weeds from that spot that I just showed you a picture of, and that's part of the analogy here that I want to share with you today, is the fact that not all weeds are super dangerous. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Obviously, poison ivy for me has always been a really dangerous weed. But sumac trees, people don't even know. Kids don't even today don't even seem to know what they look like, and they let them sprout up right next to their house or building or whatever, and within 10 years it becomes something you had to pay somebody to take down. And it's so they're like my most hated weed. My wife's most hated weed is a vine, because a vine will grow up a tree, a perfectly healthy, good, great tree, oak tree, whatever, and eventually it'll cover the entire tree, all the leaves, so that the tree can't breathe, can't get the sunlight that it needs. So the tree actually dies, and eventually from the result, just from a vine on it. All you have to do is click the vine, problem's gone. So here's the analogy. The fact of the matter is that there are weeds in this world. Jesus said that the enemy comes along and he plants weeds. There's the Bible usually uses the word tares because it rhymes with the word wheat, so we get in trouble. But the enemy planted these tares amongst the wheat, and he told his disciples, don't bother going to pick those. That's the angel's problem when when the end comes. But there's another set of weeds that we should pay attention to, and that's the weeds in our own heart, our own life. The weaknesses that we have in our lives. We all have them. Nobody's perfect. And when we don't pay attention to those weeds and we just let them grow, they get worse and worse and worse. And oftentimes, because of the way our brains work, we often look at everybody else's weeds. We look at your spouse's weeds. We look at this, we look at that. And we don't look at our own life, our own weeds, and we let them grow. And then we also make this mistake, is that we trim them with a weed whacker for work so that we put on our good side, but at home we let it all out, and it makes home even worse than before. And eventually those weeds keep growing and growing, and I've seen so many relationships fail as a result of paying attention to the weeds in your own life. Don't try to take them out of your partner's life. Just work on your own life. If you want them to treat you nicely, you treat them nicely. That's what Jesus said, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. But the point here today is that we need to pay attention to the weeds in our own life and begin to pick them one at a time. Every time I go to the physical therapy thing, I pick another two weeds out of that spot, and that spot is getting better and better every time I go back. And my wife laughs at me because it's only one little spot, and who cares or what difference it makes. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing that, trying to keep on top of things. We need to maintain ourselves to become a better person so that we can help other people do the same. And I see so much pain in this world from everybody paying attention to everybody else's problems, but not their own. And yet they find themselves reaping that. So, my encouragement to you is, don't ignore the weeds. Go after them. Start pulling them one at a time. You don't have to set a week aside to do this. Go on every day, one at a time. Get those weeds out of your life, out of your own heart. Okay, that's all I got for today. Hope you had fun. See you later.